Your Honor, we are on September 13th for sentencing.
All right.
9:15, sir.
Thank you. Is your client ready to proceed?
We are. I just hope he didn't get stuck in the breakout room.
We'll close it. They'll bring him in.
Thank you.
Is he still in the breakout room, Katrina?
There we go.
All right. Mr. Bragle, my understanding is your client's going to plead guilty to an added count 2 of operating while intoxicated, second offense. I'd indicated in our discussions that though this is a felony coming down to a misdemeanor and that your client's had some trouble with his SoberLink device, that we would be moving him to a scram tether, giving him basically the keys to his future, because if he keeps screwing up on scram tether, then he's looking at jail. But if he doesn't and follows the rules on pretrial services, then he would be looking at a longer term of probation and not so much jail. Have I summed up how you understood it, Mr. Bragle?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Yelsik?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Larson, you planning on following your attorney's advice and entering a guilty plea to an operating while intoxicated second offense?
I do plan on going that route, Your Honor.
And raise your right hand and be sworn in. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
So help me God.
You can put your hand down now. Has anyone promised you anything more than what we've talked about on the record or threatened you in any way to get you to plead to this when you really do not want to?
No. Your
Are you
Honor.
under the influence of any medicine, drugs, or alcohol that's confusing you?
No, Your Honor.
If you enter this plea, you'll be waiving the right to a trial, either by jury or if you, your lawyer, and the prosecutor agreed by bench trial. You'll be waiving the right to remain silent, not every silence used against you, the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and the right to confront your accusers, call witnesses, and testify. Do you understand each of these rights?
I understand.
Do you waive these rights to accept this plea?
I waive them, Your Honor.
Added count 2 of operating while intoxicated second offense. Do you plead guilty, not guilty, or stand mute?
I plead guilty.
June 20th of this year, were you in the McDonald's parking lot on Eastman Avenue in the city and county of Midland?
Yes, I was in the parking lot.
Did you drive to the parking lot of that McDonald's?
I did drive to the parking lot, Your Honor.
Had you been consuming alcoholic beverages prior to that?
Yes, I was.
And do we have a data master result that we could use or a blood test result, Mr. Yelsik?
Your Honor, I believe we have a blood test result with a 0.10.
And Mr. Bragle, may I use that as part of my analysis?
You may, Judge.
Okay. And sir, did you have a prior conviction for drinking and driving offense in the 65B District Court on or about January 18th of 2018?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have I complied with the court rule, had an adequate facts basis, Mr. Bragle?
You have.
You agree, Mr. Yelsik?
I do, Your Honor.
Find that the plea has been made knowingly, understandingly, voluntarily, and accurately will enter the records of the court as driving while intoxicated second offense. Count 1, the felony of operating while intoxicated third offense, will be dismissed. I'm going to set this over for a pre-sentence investigation. Mr. Larson, you are digging a bad hole for yourself. This is your third drunk driving offense in the last 3.5 years. If you blow it on bond, you will be looking at jail, and then you can say goodbye to all the money you're making, say goodbye to your job for a period of time, because I have to protect society from you. We're willing to try to work with you, but if you're not willing to kick this habit of drinking, then quite frankly, we need to protect the rest of us from you. Sentencing is going to be on September 13th. Did you say at 9:15, Katrina?
Yes, Your Honor.
At 9:15, I want a full PSI. Miss Rebecca Holm is currently the person you're interacting with on pretrial services. We're going to switch that because she does the felonies. So my staff does the misdemeanor file. Someone else will be in contact with you. Keep using the unit you have until we replace it with the scram tether.
Copy that, Your Honor.
Make sure you're following up with any counseling or any classes. The fastest way for you to land yourself in jail is to continue what you were already doing. All right. Anything else we need to place on the record, Mr. Bragle?
No, Judge.
Mr. Yelsey?
No, Your Honor.